see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
Under the new regulations being developed by the Fédération Internationale de Motocyclisme, MotoGP engine capacity will change from 1,000 cubic centimeters to 850 cubic centimeters, starting in the 2027 season. This change aims to reduce top speed, improve safety, and make racing more competitive. In today's private test session, Toprak was seen riding a Yamaha prototype motorcycle with an 850 cubic centimeters engine configuration that is still in the early stages of development. What made this test even more interesting was the use of Pirelli tires. This tire is projected to become the official MotoGP supplier starting in 2027, replacing Michelin, which has long been the main supplier. Since morning, the Yamaha technical team has been busy in the paddock. Engineers have been monitoring every bit of data from Toprak's motorcycle. The main focus of this test is to see how the 850 cubic centimeters engine adapts to the Pirelli tire construction, which is known for its strong grip but different heat characteristics than Michelin. Toprak himself immediately demonstrated speed from the opening laps. His distinctive aggressive riding style, especially under hard braking and corner entry, has been a key indicator for the technicians. They wanted to see if the Pirelli tires could withstand the extreme braking forces Toprak often uses. Several reports from the paddock stated that Toprak managed to set quite competitive lap times, even approaching the lap times of the current generation of MotoGP bikes. This was certainly a positive sign for the development of the 850 cubic centimeters bike, which had been predicted to be much slower. However, what was most interesting were the team's initial comments after the first session. They revealed that the combination of the 850 cubic centimeters engine and Pirelli tires gave the bike a slightly different character. The bike felt lighter when changing direction, but required adjustments to the electronics and power distribution. This test also provided an important opportunity for Yamaha to evaluate their engine concept. While Yamaha was previously known for its inline-4 configuration, some rumors suggest that the 2027 prototype project also opens up the possibility of developing a new, more aggressive engine. For Toprak, this test was a crucial experience. He is known as a rider who is very sensitive to tire feel and bike control. The Turkish rider's feedback was invaluable for the development of future bikes. And here's the full news. The legendary Circuito de Jerez is once again at the center of attention in the motorcycle racing world. In today's private test, one of the world's most explosive riders, Toprak Razgatlioglu, took to the track for a crucial test for the future of MotoGP. This test was no ordinary motorcycle test. Toprak was entrusted with riding a prototype of a new generation 850 cubic centimeters engine being prepared for the new MotoGP regulations for the 2027 season. These regulations are part of a major overhaul designed by the Fédération Internationale de Motocyclisme to create a safer, more competitive, and more technologically efficient race. As previously announced, MotoGP will reduce engine capacity from 1,000 cubic centimeters to 850 cubic centimeters, starting in 2027. The primary goal of this change is to reduce the top speed of the bikes, which are already exceeding their extreme limits, while simultaneously making the racing more technical and challenging for the riders. However, there was one thing that made today's test session even more interesting. In addition to testing the 850 cubic centimeters engine, Toprak's prototype bike also ran tires from Pirelli. Pirelli is projected to become the official MotoGP tire supplier starting in the 2027 season, replacing Michelin, which had been the sole supplier for over a decade. The change in tire supplier will undoubtedly have a significant impact on the bike's characteristics. Each manufacturer will have to adjust the chassis design, suspension, and even engine power distribution to suit the characteristics of the new tires. From early morning, the paddock in Jerez was bustling with activity. Yamaha technicians and engineers prepared various setup configurations for Toprak's bike. They monitored every detail of the telemetry data from the bike, from tire temperature and pressure to the throttle response of the 850 cubic centimeters engine, which was still under development. When the session began, Toprak immediately displayed his usual aggressive style. His distinctive riding style, especially his hard braking before corners, immediately caught the attention of the technicians. They wanted to see if the Pirelli tires could withstand the extreme braking forces often employed by the Turkish rider. The first few laps were used to warm up and adapt to the characteristics of the new bike. The 850 cubic centimeters engine has a slightly different power response than the 1000 cubic centimeters engine currently used in MotoGP. Peak power is lower, but power distribution is designed to be smoother, making the bike easier to control when exiting corners. Interestingly, initial reports from the paddock indicate that Toprak was able to set quite competitive lap times. Even in some fast lap simulations, his times weren't significantly different from those of the current generation MotoGP bikes. This is certainly good news for fans. Many had previously worried that the 850 cubic centimeters engine would make MotoGP races slower and less spectacular. However, the initial results of this test indicate that the bike's performance remains at a very high level. Yamaha engineers also used this session to test various electronic configurations. With a smaller engine capacity, power management becomes a crucial factor. The traction control system, engine braking, and throttle mapping must be precisely adjusted to ensure riders can maximize the bike's performance. Furthermore, the use of Pirelli tires also presents new challenges. Pirelli tires are known for their strong initial grip, but they operate differently than Michelin tires. These tires typically perform best at very specific temperatures. That's why Toprak's feedback is so valuable. He's known as a rider who's very sensitive to small changes in the bike, especially regarding tire feel when entering corners. After several long runs, Toprak returned to the paddock and immediately discussed with the engineers. He provided various input regarding the bike's stability under braking, traction when exiting corners, and how the Pirelli tires reacted to his aggressive riding style. Several observers present at the circuit also noticed that the 850 cubic centimeters prototype appeared to have a more agile character when changing direction. This is likely due to the lighter engine weight and changes in mass distribution within the bike. Although still in the early stages of development, this test provided a wealth of important data for Yamaha. They still have nearly 2 seasons to refine the bike's concept before the new regulations are fully implemented in 2027. For Toprak himself, the opportunity to test a future prototype bike was a very valuable experience. The 29-year-old is indeed known as one of the most unique talents in modern motorcycle racing. His ability to control a bike at its maximum limit is often recognized. Ali impressed many. Many fans have also begun to speculate that this test could be a strong signal regarding Toprak's future in MotoGP. If the bike's development goes well, it's not impossible that he will become a key rider in the new era of 850 cubic centimeters MotoGP. The testing session at Jerez itself will continue throughout the day. The Yamaha team still has a variety of further testing programs, including long-run simulations, tire degradation tests, and aerodynamic settings. What is clear is that what happened today in Jerez could be the beginning of a major revolution in MotoGP. Changes to the 850 cubic centimeters engine, changes in tire suppliers, and advances in motorcycle technology will shape the new face of the world's most prestigious race. And amidst all these major changes, one name has once again caught the eye: Toprak Razgatlioglu.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body.